Hello friends, today we're talking about forced capitalism and getting into some beautiful makeup, as one does. If you're new here, hello, I'm Chelsea. I was about to say, I'm Chelsea, you're Chelsea. You might be. If you are also Chelsea, comment down below. As we all know, I am just a lady with a bulldog and a camera and far too many opinions. And I have, of course, far too many opinions about internet scammers, stuttering during my intro, and I have a lot of things to get out, so we are going to talk about them, and I want to do some glam so that I can film like 5 other videos today. So let's do it. I've been feeling very inspired lately when it comes to makeup, so that's what is happening. If you want to know what I have on my face, I will put it down below and you can just, buy those things if you want to. Forced capitalism. I first heard, well, first and foremost, I know it's like kind of ironic that I was just like, oh, here's some affiliate links down below. Now let's talk about capitalism. I'm a YouTuber. But the thing is that as Hassan Piker says, there is no ethical consumption under capitalism. And I definitely agree with that. I mean, I know there's sometimes when I have a sponsor and someone's like, oh my God, this sponsor isn't like perfect. So, or there's like something wrong with this or that. And so, it's completely unethical if you, have them sponsor you. And it's like, listen, babe, listen, it's going to be okay. If you want to watch my videos, I have to have sponsors. That's just how it works. And does that suck? Sure. But that's the way the cookie crumbles. So I obviously go through and want to make sure always that it's not like the CEO isn't like the devil. So yeah, I know that's super eloquent of me. So anyways, forced capitalism. What I mean when I say that is I heard it on a podcast. I don't remember which one. It was these two, I want to say older white ladies, but they're realistically probably in their 40s. That's not old. I'm 32. So I heard them talk about it, how they were basically making fun of the clips, them on TikTok or Reels, whatever, when I swear to God, it's like white guys with Shure mics or just anyone with a Shure mic. And there's a trend lately of people posting that content and it's like they're not even on a podcast. It's like a fake podcast. And some of them are really funny because it's like parodies, but mostly they're not. And these people are completely serious. And it is wild. Like it is so crazy. People will go on these podcasts and say the dumbest and just be like, yeah, you have no excuse for being poor. You have to make this much money to be happy. And it's like, let's just get like our basic needs met. How about that? Lord. So it's just crazy shit that people do and say. Really hit me when I saw that. And that's why I've been like talking about that a lot lately, because it really fits into what we talk about when we're discussing how the boss babes are always like, you're scrolling on your phone anyways. You're already talking about Starbucks. You're already sharing like about the Barbie movie. First of all, yes, I'm obsessed with Margot Robbie. Like, leave me alone. Not everything has to be something that you make money off of. And I really think that that's the aspect of this like forced capitalism that the boss babes, the Huns, even the man Huns, but the Huns and really like social media really just like thrives off of. It is absolutely insane and unhinged. And I cannot stand it. Like sometimes I just want to be on Instagram and not be sold something, but it really is wild that these people do become obsessed with like the dream and with money, it seems, but then they'll demonize 9 to 5, actually having a job and being able to pay your bills and stuff like that. And it's really wild. And that whole mindset is just truly insane to me. Someone said the other day, oh, Chelsea, I love your faux freckles. These freckles are real. This redness is real. Isn't it like, why is this curved? So that she can hit all the right spots. Anyways, so I really like, that's one thing that I want to hit home and I always want to be able to talk about is not every aspect of your life has to be monetized. Not every aspect of your social media has to be monetized. But that is what the ominous they will try to teach you and try to normalize. And I can't stand it. I really do think that they thrive off of inducing a certain level of anxiety in people. And I'm really sick of it. I do think that most MLMs, especially the ones that I cover the most, like Monate and all that, I do think that they thrive off of, like I said, inducing that anxiety in younger, I guess we could say Gen Z. I love you guys, don't kill me. I swear, if Gen Z likes you, you will be successful. On the internet is what I mean. Please love me. Please love me, Gen Z. Please, for the love of God, love me. So I really do think they're really good at, I mean, Gen Z's good at a lot of things, but that the boss babes are good at manipulating Gen Z, which we need to protect at all costs, into thinking that, oh my gosh, a 9 to 5 or blah, blah, blah. They're instilling this type of fear into them when they've never even experienced, meaning the MLM people, most of them, have never even experienced the thing that they are trying to make into this scary monster. You know what I'm going to say? What do they try to demonize? A 9 to 5, having a normal job. For instance, I saw this TikTok where this guy basically normalizing, like he does like a kind of like a daily vlog. It's not all hyped up. It's not all crazy. It's literally just him, you know, morning time. I do this and I drive to work. I listen to a podcast on my way to work. I do, you know, this, and this. And I love it personally. I'm like, oh my God, it reminds me of like when I did work like a normal office job. And it was the jam. Like it literally looked like my like day and it was normal. It's a normal weekday. And like, yeah, weekends are more fun, but the comments were just like, oh my gosh, you need to like break away from this, or this is the matrix, or blah, blah, blah. And it's like, the crazy thing is that the people that are saying that, the people who were like, join my team and I'll never have to do that again. These types of scammers, whoever, who demonize that work even more than that guy. No, even more than the person who does actually have a work-life balance, who doesn't have to take their work home, who can just log out on ADP or Paychecks or whatever type of system you use. Just log out, go home, enjoy your life, actually have hobbies, be stress-free on social media, not have to like constantly be working. And it's so wild to me that a lot of these people, let's be honest, like all these people don't see that. They don't see that like, oh, what I'm preaching like isn't actually, like it's not actually real. The whole hustle, and listen, babe, I was about it for a long time. The whole hustle culture, I mean, I was working when I was in sales. I was always working so long to make more money. And I mean, that's what I wanted to do. But if I didn't want to, I wouldn't. I would go home. And I think that's just really important to understand. Like, it was worth it though, because I was making sales and I was being paid for my time. And that's the difference between that and having a scammer job where you live on the internet. And just imagine how stressful that is. Like, you can't just get online and scroll on your phone and enjoy dog memes or like reels of capybaras, which I do enjoy. So send me all of those if you want. Feel free to tag me in those because I love them. Especially the ones that like I'm not expecting to include a capybara. Those are my favorite. They really get me. They really get me. So isn't it just so ironic that the people who are constantly like, oh my God, time freedom, are the ones that are working absolutely constantly? And then the people who they're trying to demonize are like, oh no, I clocked out, baby. I ain't working. And another thing that made me think of this was a TikTok that I actually posted a while ago. I think it was like 2 years ago. July 28th, 2021. I was at the beach. I said what actual time freedom looks like. Took off a whole week, no work, just relaxing, and I made $6,000 this month. Don't let MLM people lie to or scam you. They work 24/7, nonstop. 99% of them don't make money. And someone commented and said, I'm interested. In what? Like, what? And I said, then get a job? I was like, I think you missed the point of this video. It's really... And you might be like, that was mean, Chelsea. No, it wasn't. Also, if you're coming here for me to coddle you and be super nice, in the wrong place. But it's just so interesting how people will see like satirical things that I'll post and they'll like think that, like miss the point of it. Or like me literally just making a point of like, don't let these other people scam you. And they're like, oh, well, but what do you do? And it's like, I know it's easier said than done to say, go get a job, but it's like, go get a job. I've had a lot of people message me over the past 3 years and be like, what are some, work from home jobs? And I'll list out some companies that typically always have work from home positions available and that are like really great companies too for like their corporate side. And literally had a lady ask me that, and then it was on a Q&A, and then she DM'd me and she was like, well, I don't have any time. I mean, like working from my phone. And I'm like, girl, the thing is that you're realistically like not going to be able to make any money working from your phone. Like most companies, you will have to have a time frame that you can clock in and clock out. And yes, you can work from home, or maybe you can do data entry, and maybe it won't be as, I guess, like supervised or something, but you are gonna have to work. And she's like, well, I have, 3 kids. And it's like, I don't know what to tell you. It sound like, could you do like gig work? Could you like Uber? What can you do? And that sucks, of course. And, our system, and I'm talking about America, all I can talk about because I live here. Our system is definitely, a little bit broken. Living in an area that is like a high cost of living, like I understand that, and it's frustrating, and childcare is extremely expensive. Basically a scam in itself. I'm joking, it's not. It's just very expensive. And kind of a scam. Our government's a scam. Anyways, but it's just wild to me that this type of culture has really bred like normalcy, I guess, that people will believe these other people online who are like, I make $40 million from my phone, and look, I do nothing all day, or like, you can do it too with your kids. And it's like, realistically, no, you can't. No, you can't. And it sounds like so harsh to say that, but to me it's true, and it's sad. Do I want you to be able to make more money? Yes. However, if you're being a stay-at-home mom, I don't want you to think that I wish we were at a point in society where it's like, no, that is your job. You don't have to, make more money. Like you're able to get the assistance you need and able to live in an area that doesn't have like a crazy high cost of living, and like you're gonna be okay. But of course, that's not like how we live. It's very frustrating. But of course, like I was saying, I think what is to blame is the forced capitalism type of social media that we see every single day. And that's why a lot of the times moms and people who really already work like 4 jobs realistically, taking care of like their household and staying home with their kids, like feel like they have to do more, and like they have to bring in more money for their family so that they can pay for this or that. And it's like, girlfriend, you just did 47 loads of laundry and wiped 7 butts, including your own. Like, you're doing great. You're doing good. That, like, focus on that. But I know it's hard. My main point is, don't let these people on the interwebs make you feel bad about how much money you're making, or like how much you're financially contributing to your household and to your own life and all that. Because a lot of times, most of the time, they're lying. They aren't actually making that much, or what they're talking about is their revenue and not their profit. And even more so than that, a lot of times what they're doing is just marketing to you. Think about it. Why would they be sharing that information so much about how much they make when like it's not even probably applicable to like the conversation you're having? And y'all know I think that everyone should fix their relationship with money, and how a lot of times people are made to be like uncomfortable about talking about money. Then again, if someone is like, oh, well, I can teach you how to do this, hard stop, no. Like at that point, it's not them trying to like be helpful and have a conversation with you. It's them trying to like sell you something, which is like, no, thank you. It is so frustrating when you see reels and all this stuff of people being like, I make this much a month and I can help you do the same thing. Join my masterclass, join my mastermind, do this, do that. But then the only content you see from them is this forced capitalism type of where it's like, this is how much I make. If the only marketing that you seem to do is saying how much money you make, like, baby, that's just anecdotal evidence, and that's irrelevant to the conversation, in my opinion. Like, that doesn't matter, because not everyone is doing the same thing as you in terms of like content or their business or whatnot, and it's stupid of you to compare that, because they might not be able to make the same amount that you make. Like, but that's how they get you, right? And people will see this type of marketing and think, oh, well, they're being transparent, so therefore, like, I can trust them. But it's like, no. And no, they're not being transparent. They're just trying to scam you. Everything I learned about YouTube, about being a content creator, anything like that, I learned on the internet for free. For free. I've never paid for a coach, a class, nothing. And I, guess what, never will. Because in my opinion, that's a waste of money. And I really do think that you can learn basically anything on the internet for free and not have to pay someone to teach you how to do it. There are like some things that might be like actually beneficial, like things that are more specific to you. Like if you take like an accounting course or like an editing class or like an editing course or something like that. But I've seen so many things when it comes to like being a content creator and making money online and all that. People are desperate, and I'm not saying that in a mean way. Y'all know when I say that people are desperate, I mean it in a very matter-of-fact way. Like, no, people are desperate for change, for something better, and there is no quick fix, there is no magic pill, and that this person didn't only use that thing to lose weight, and if they did, it's not sustainable, and right when you stop taking it, you will gain it back. And it's so important to understand that. And I don't want you to get scammed. I have this car and I do this and I make so much money, and it's like, who are they making this content for? For you. They're making it for you. They're talking about it because they have something to sell and they want to be able to keep up this lifestyle. So they're going to market it on a podcast, on whatever. Buy this PDF that I have, sign up for my course, I'll teach you how to trade, do this and that. And it's like, okay. It is the fact that they are selling that thing. It's not the information that's in the course. No. Because if so, they would just be doing that. They would just be actually trading. They would just be actually like doing that. But instead, it is them selling the actual course itself. And it is so crazy that people fall for it. Maybe I'm just like super cynical, but it's wild to me. So please don't believe these people on the internet who are like, I made this much money in 4 seconds and it's all thanks to this course and I can teach you how to do it too. People who actually make money like that are focused on themselves and aren't talking about it constantly and don't care if you make that amount of money. They're focused on themselves. They're focused on making more money. So yeah, I mean, listen, I would love to live on the beach. I would love to, have all my dreams come true and retire my husband, but also like, no, what are you gonna do? Sit at home? Get back to work? What you doing? If you can work, you should be. What's going on? And I just think it's really important to understand, like, yeah, I have these dreams too, or like, yeah, this would be really nice too. However, I'm not at that point of my life yet. Maybe when we're like 50, yeah, let's go live on the beach. Our kid's gonna be at college or like on their own by then. So let's sell our house and buy a condo and live that beach life, baby. Let's go. I think especially if you are younger and you're in part of the demographic that I was talking about where it's like Gen Z-ish and the internet's trying to like scam you basically and like terrify you about living as an adult, and they try to act like it's so scary and oh my gosh, everyone in a 9-to-5 hates their jobs. I don't know many people who absolutely like hate their 9-to-5 job, because what I'm gonna say what we do? We find joy in not only like little things at work, but also like just work. It's not supposed to be like super, super fun and like the best thing ever. It's work. You do it, you go, you clock out, you make money, you come home, you eat dinner, you enjoy your life. On the weekends, you have so much fun. Like, that's it. It's not that deep. It's not that serious. But people think, like, I want a job that, like, brings me purpose. Then become a surgeon, Nancy. Go work for a nonprofit. And MLM isn't going to do that for you. You just think it is. It's what they told you. It's not. Basically, this video is just me scolding you about, like, kind of giving you, like, a reality check, I feel like. It's that big sister energy, or, the annoying sister energy. I'm trying to just shake you and be like, Brittany, it's not all sunshine and rainbows. Like, you're not gonna be a millionaire by the time you're 30. That's not realistic, and you sound really dumb saying that. I'm not trying to be negative. I'm not trying to, like, hurt your dreams here, babe, but let's be realistic, and let's, like, actually work on a life that is, like, sustainable for you. Oh my God, what kills me. A lot of people who are in MLMs will waste so much time, like of their life, like their 20s in MLMs and losing so much money trying to make this unattainable dream happen. Guess what? It just like doesn't happen. And I feel like your 20s are for They're for messing up. And I love that. They're for messing up. They're for being messy, having jobs that you hate, and just doing that truly does not matter. And you know what? That's really, I heard that on a podcast too. And I feel like that's like a really good thing to like live by, is that your 20s are for it. Like, think of it as like a trial run. Baby, that's a trial run. I told someone that the other day and they were like, oh, what? Because she's 22. And I love her so much. Her name's Jess. She was asking me for advice on something. And she's like, I just don't know what to do. Like, I just don't know like what I want to do. And I was like, 21. You can do anything. The best part is you don't have to know what you want to do. Like, you got time. You got all the time to do dumb stuff and to just mess up and make dumb decisions and get fired from your job and start over 17 times. And that's so exciting. You don't have to be like these scammers on the internet who, and I even said, I was like, that's how the MLM girls get you. And she was like, oh God, okay. She's like, I won't join one. I was like, I'm 10 years older than you. I was like, I just figured out what I want to do. And I'll hardly stick to it. I don't know if this is actually it. I'm not sure. Who knows? But the thing is that even in my 30s, I could start over. But we put this pressure on ourselves. And like I was saying, social media does not help, but we put this pressure on ourselves to know exactly what we want to do. And, oh, I'm so like set in my life and I never knew what I wanted to do with my life until this came along. And it's like, babe, you're scamming people on the internet. You don't like, that's not a path. You still don't know what you want to do because you're a scammer. Like, that's literally what you're doing with your life. How do you sleep at night? As long as your bills are paid, you're good. Pay your bills. That's fine. You don't need to be like these people who are traveling constantly, but don't let the forced capitalism people get to you and make you think that you are doing less than what you're supposed to. That you have to live a life like they do, and that you have to make a certain amount of money to be happy, and that you have to give yourself a brown neck like I just did. You don't have to do that. And y'all please let me know if this type of video is like not ever something you want to see again. Because listen, that's fine. But but also let me know like if it is. And also don't judge my extensions because I need to get them moved up. I actually think I'm going to get a few of the wefts taken out because it's just like, I don't want to say it's like too much to deal with, but I feel like that is true. So basically, whenever you hear anything on the internet, don't believe it. But then also just make sure when you're seeing someone marketing something, probably am going to do a video about like red flags when it comes to stuff like this. But think about this. Are they like, what are they marketing to you? Are they marketing the lifestyle, like the alleged lifestyle that they have? Or are they marketing the like thing that they do? Or that they say that they do? Or are they marketing for you to do it? The people who claim that they do it aren't actually making money by doing the thing. They're making the money by getting you to sign up to do the thing. For you to sign up through their link or do their ebook or whatever the hell they're trying to get you to buy, which is just insane because it's like, you don't have to pay money to do affiliate marketing. Like, it's so dumb. And a lot of times you'll see people talk about like high ticket sales or blah, blah, and they'll use all these buzzwords. That's another red flag. I know I'm not supposed to be talking about red flags right now because I'm going to do that in another video, but that goes into the forced capitalism of it all. And I know that, you know, it can be really inspirational and motivational, and that's fine. That's great, but you just have to understand like what is the motive and what is the purpose of these people sharing their rags to riches stories and trying to get you to do it too and all this stuff. Like why are they trying to get you to do it? So please do not let the internet make you feel bad about what you do or don't have, the job you do or don't have, how you live, the lifestyle you live, because most likely those people are lying. And they're just saying all this stuff to try to trigger some type of like FOMO in you to get you to pay for something and spend your money and your time so that they can continue living the life that they are marketing and the life that they say that they are living. And not everyone on the internet's a scammer. I'm not. Then again, I'm not trying to sell you anything, but not everyone who is on the internet who is trying to sell you something is a scammer. So as I'm cleaning up here, just some final thoughts and words for you. Don't let these bros, these huns, these whoever the F on the internet make you feel bad for the life that you are living or make them feel like you are not doing enough. I've seen so much of that and it is so frustrating and so rude. If you are a Gen Z or below, which if you're below that, what are you doing watching my videos? You're like 5, right? Scary. I mean, whatever, I might as well get them young, right? Who am I, Colleen Ballinger? That's creepy. It's just important to understand like life can be scary, yes. But the grown-up world, your 20s, working different jobs, working a 9-to-5, an actual like corporate 9-to-5, a big girl job, it's not bad. A lot of times it's fun as hell, and being able to have different experiences is really important. And going through jobs that you hate, guess what? That's important too. That's life. I think that's really important. And then you get so much experience and it can be really fun and you can make really great relationships and connections and networking and wear the cutest pencil skirts and the cutest outfits to work. And it's important to make, you know, your own identity that isn't like shown constantly on social media and being able to live your life authentically and not have it be all about money. And yes, I know that, you know, I talk openly about money when it is applicable, because otherwise I'm not trying to just sit here and like tell my business, because that's how much money I make is nobody's business, unless it is actually like what we are talking about. And it is actually like I said, applicable to the conversation and helpful and brings some type of context to the conversation. But it's just important to understand why is this person saying this? Why are they marketing this like this? Like, think of their motive. Are they trying to scam you? Are they trying to sell you something? Again, not everyone who's trying to sell you something is scamming you, but it's important to know those red flags. And who knows, if y'all liked this video, we might go over red flags in another video. But I hope you enjoyed this. I know this is a little bit different. I wasn't reacting to anything. It was just me. So hopefully Ethan will be able to make it some type of entertaining, because I don't know, I get like nervous when it's like just me. I'm not nervous, but like a little bit spooked when it's like just me on camera, because then it's like this is it. It's just a lot of me and I'm already a lot. Anyways, don't let forced capitalism get to you. You're doing great. The corporate world is not spooky. It's fun. It can be. It can also be a little bit culty, but your job doesn't have to be the end all be all. Make sure your bills are paid, wash your butt, stay spicy, live your life, and find joy in other aspects of your life. That's extremely important. Okay? Little grown-up chit chat for you today. So I will see you in my next video. You're the best. Love you. Goodbye.